I'm sitting here with Nazgul, the founder of Team Liquid. How are you today?
I'm doing good, thank you. I just watched Chet against MMA. Sucks that he lost, but I think everyone who saw those games saw how good Chet is playing, and I think it's looking good for him in the future. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I totally agree. MMA is really one of the many Terran beats from Korea. So, but we're gonna start off when you were playing in the early 2000. You started in Team AMD with Grur and Elki. You moved to Korea. How was it playing Brood War as a foreigner around that time?
I mean, it was it was a great experience to be in Korea. There had been a couple of people before me, such as Elki, Guillaume, of course. Legionnaire was there before me. So I wasn't really the first, but it was pretty rare that foreigners went to Korea and competed. And for me, I went there. The scene was kind of different, right? There wasn't as much money in there, so the way I did it is that when Dutch people graduate high school, they often take a year off to study, or to take a year off to work or to travel, to get some life experience. So I figured I'd just combine my hobby with getting some life experience. So I went to Korea for half a year, and yeah, it was pretty cool.
You were playing full time for around 3 years.
Back then.
Yeah.
Well, in Korea I was definitely full-time. Before I went to Korea I was basically in high school and combining it together, and after Korea I still competed in some tournaments, but I definitely didn't play full-time. It was more I wasn't really done with the game, but because there were so few tournaments, the top players would usually just take long breaks and then come back for the big tournaments and start playing full-time for a month and warm up for the tournaments, because there just wasn't enough money to do it all year long.
Was it around 2004 when you stopped competing in big tournaments?
About 2003. I mean, I did good in some tournaments in 2003 and 4, but that's mostly because I was still I was still doing good based on the experience I had before.
You said that there were quite little money. Was that the main reason, because you stopped playing as a professional gamer?
Well, for me, after I went to Korea, I knew I just kind of had to pick up my life somewhere, so I went to study and see if that was the direction I wanted to go in. Basically, for the non-Korean scene at that point, there was just no possibility of it making it your job, so it really wasn't much of a choice.
Okay. Did you regret not continuing and trying to become a full-time pro gamer
in Korea?
Yeah.
So the thing is, for me, that when I went to Korea, I was partially thinking it's going to be a great life experience for me, and I set my expectations for myself for StarCraft way too high. In hindsight, at that point, I just expected a lot for myself, and I was well, unless I'm gonna win tournaments in the first period that I'm there, then I'm just not gonna consider it a success. So later on, you saw that most foreigners would need at least 1 or 2 years to even adapt to the setting. So in my first half year, I qualified for the first TV rounds of OSL, and I did good in some other stuff too, but to me it just didn't feel like it was good enough. So
in the beginning of StarCraft 2 you played some. Why did you choose to play again? Did you want to become a professional, or was it more to get to know the game?
Yeah, I definitely didn't have the intention to become a long-term professional. That's just the point where I'm at in life with Team Liquid, with the companies that I'm trying to run. It's just not a realistic idea. But so StarCraft 2 comes out, which is obviously going to be huge, and I'm obviously going to like it a lot, so I just wanted to play it. on top of that, I felt like it was a good idea, considering Team Liquid, considering the site, considering the team, that I would actually be good at the game. I feel like it's beneficial to like everyone on Team Liquid. I think benefits from the fact that I know the game a little bit better than you would expect from most owners. So I felt that it would be a good idea.
Okay. You founded Team Liquid like in the middle of 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your like position right now in the Team Liquid organization?
Basically, I manage both the team and the website.
Okay. Are you the only owner, or?
No, I'm co-owner.
Okay. Who are the other owner?
His name is Joy Hogeveen. We started it a long time ago. We also started a Dutch poker company, like liquidpoker.net. So he's focusing more on that. I'm focusing more on the StarCraft side.
Okay. And this is your full-time job?
Yeah.
Yeah. You recently lost one of your players, Huck. You expressed that you were kind of bitter about it in your post on Team Liquid. Would you like to, it has gone 1 month now, or almost two?
A little longer.
Yeah. How are you feeling now about it?
Well, I hope I didn't use the word bitter. I'm not sure if I did. I think I probably didn't, but it was more like sad, just a disappointment. Of course, the realization that you build up a player, or you work on that together with a player, you get a lot of success, and then you lose him to another team. That itself is never going to be nice. So, of course, that stung a little bit, but also you have to be able to just take a step back and just look at the situation. And I think that we did some great things together with Huck, and he's in a very good spot in his life right now because of the move, and we helped him get there. So I can feel okay with that about that.
How did the player losing the Huck? How did the rest of the players feel? How was the overall? Everyone in the thread, they said they are gonna missing him and such. But did it was a loss for Team Liquid? Of course, he was the player doing the best at the moment. Did other players feel less motivated, or how did they affect the team?
I think on a personal level, I don't think all of them would have made the same choice, but that doesn't mean they didn't have any understanding for it. Everyone really got where he was coming from with this decision, and nobody really blamed him for it. And so in that sense, there's really not really any hate between the players and Huck. They're still very good friends. Of course, Huck is moving out of the OGS house, so that it'll all be a little bit less. You see each other a lot less, but we're still good friends. And in terms of motivation, I think that I don't know if it's just variance or but after Huck left, all the other guys got really good results. Rhett won BlizzCon Europe, Chet got second in BlizzCon, so our Team League results have been really good. So everyone has been stepping it up, and Hero joined. Hero has pretty much been doing great in everything he enters. He qualified for Code A. He's still in WCG Korea. So it feels it feels like everyone stepped it up a little bit after Huck left.
Okay. Talking a bit more about Korea, you currently have Yinro and Hero living in the OGH house. Are you planning to have Rhett or maybe Chef or someone going there for a little while and train, or having anyone going there full time?
Yeah, well, we haven't sorted out any details, but either one of those two guys is a possibility. Yeah.
Okay. Talking a little bit more now about the IPL 3. Every one of the Team Liquid players that was here managed to qualify. Of course, that must be a huge relief for you. Who do you think has the best chance to go farthest in the tournament?
Well, at this point, Hey Pro and Chet lost their first rounds. so that leaves Red and Hero. And I feel like both have a good shot to do well. Red beat his first round to Muslim already, and Hero is up against a very tough first round in Puma. So, like right now, the odds are just bigger that Red's going to do well, because Hero still has a really tough first round coming up when Red's already won it. So.
Okay. This tournament is at a huge casino, and some people have been expressing that this is huge for esports. Some think that it's like this is mainly for old people here. What do you think personally about it?
I don't think it matters much where it is. I think if the tournament's good enough, the audience will find it. You don't have to spend time in the casino. You don't have to sit at the slot machines if you don't want to. I mean, you can just go to the event just like you do at an MLG. Just go to the event, watch the games. So I have no issues with that. I think that IPL is thinking on a like a pretty large scale, and I think that itself is just very, very good. It's a good sign.
Okay. Are you currently like happy with your team, or are you looking to expand it further?
No, I'm definitely happy with the team. The way I want to think about our team is that at some point I'm like satisfied with what we have. I'm really, really happy with the guys we have. I think they're all great, and I think they're all great personalities and good players. That doesn't mean that I'm not like looking around, but it just means that that I'll be like how do you say that? I'll go for like when you're just starting a team, you'll take any player that you think is going to be good. But when you're happy with your team, you're just not going to settle for just a good player. You're going to go for only like great players. So it's not like we're closing any recruitment or something like that, but it's just not going to be happening very likely.
With the release of StarCraft 2, Team Liquid visitors numbers exploded, and it is the biggest site around StarCraft 2 right now, and also Brood War in the foreign scene. You also recently you moved the pro team to a different site, Team Liquid Pro. How did you feel in the beginning with being the biggest community but also representing your team? Was it a huge problem to keep it your sponsor happy but still having to report on the general stuff happening?
No, we haven't really run into any big problems. I mean, there's always within any organization you're gonna have different departments with different kind of interests, and they would like this to be a little bit bigger, they would like this to be a little bit bigger, but so far that's all gone pretty smooth.
Okay. Are you happy how Team Liquid Pro site, how it has turned out? Is it living up to your expectations?
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's very interactive. You can just follow the players, you can see their Twitters, you can see the posts they make on TL, you can follow the events we do. So I feel like it's one of the better team sites out there.
Okay. If you look in the future now, do we get games like Dota 2 coming out, and Liquid has really expanded and become so big. Would you be interested in going for other games like Dota 2 or League of Legends or something like that?
I wouldn't rule anything out. There's nothing really set right now. The thing is just that we're not just gonna go for any game that's popular. A long time ago, when Warcraft 3 came out, we tried switching to it just because we thought it would be a great game and a good esports, and it turned out we didn't like it. So we wrote a couple news posts, and our staff and our user base didn't really feel like it was a worthy successor of the esport that we all loved. So that's crucial, but the fact that we tried it shows that we're not really stuck to one game. We just like to go with the games we like. So I'm not ruling anything out. We'll see about that in the future. Are you excited for Dota 2 in general? It's the international was a huge success for Valve. We got games like CS:GO and Battlefield 3 coming out. What do you think about the future for esports, looking at it now? I'm excited for Dota 2. Personally, as a gamer, I just play very few games. I played Brewer, played nothing else. Then I played StarCraft 2, played nothing else. The only game besides those games that I've played is Dota, and like Dota, also a little bit of Han, which I kind of consider the same game. So it is a game type that I really like. I played it a lot, and I enjoy it. So I'm excited to see how Dota 2 will be, and whether it's able to, because there's so many, the whole Dota scene is so split up between all the games that I'm just kind of hoping that that they find that one game where they can all combine their influence, their sponsors, and just make it bigger like that, because being spread out like that is not good for anyone.
A bit like it was with Warcraft 3 and World War in Europe and the US before StarCraft 2?
Maybe. I felt like those games were different enough not to really be compared to the Dota scene.
Okay. Thank you very much for the interview. Do you have any last words?
Yeah, I would like to say thank you to our sponsors, Razer and the Little App Factory. They've been supporting us for a long time, and we're really grateful for that. I'd like to thank the Team Liquid community and fans, and everyone can follow us on teamliquidpro.com.
Okay. Thank you very much.